Welcome to The Voice. I'm Bobby Mills, your host, and today we have a very special show with Johnny Moloch from Bridging the Digital Divide, and we have a young lady with us that is special. Her name is Ashley Blanton, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
UHN is a community-based TV station. We like to bring in individuals from time to time to share a different perspective about life. Johnny Moloch is the technical director for Bridging the Digital Divide. And of course, Johnny is a special guy. He worked at Texas Southern for a number of years with young people dealing with academic computing. Johnny, why don't you tell us a little something about BDD and what the organization does, what the objectives are, and then we'll kind of flow into Ashley and how she's assisting us in terms of a developmental activity that's a fresh new start for her as well as the young people that she will be working with.
Well, thank you, Dr. Mills. And Ashley is our new activity coordinator, so she's part of Bridging the Divide too. And so we, Dr. Mills and I and our other partners, were at Texas Southern University, and I was the director of academic computing and networking services there. So I was basically over all the colleges and making sure that they had their technology and set up their labs and maintain their labs for them and everything, and then hired their work study students and all that kind of stuff like that to maintain those labs. But when we left TSU, Dr. Mills and I, we started a nonprofit called Bridging Digital Divide to make sure kids had access to technology. And then we transformed to making sure kids can read and write. And we met some other people who were pushing education and said, hey, it doesn't do any good to teach kids computers if they can't read. And so we added that to our curriculum, basically. And so now we've been setting up apartment complexes with computer centers, STEM-oriented computer centers, science, technology, engineering, and math. And basically making sure kids can do distant learning at these labs, especially during this pandemic. And so some major companies have stepped up and provided us with some resources, some funding to do some great things at these labs. Open the labs up in these apartment complexes, but also now we get to hire somebody to maintain the labs. So we're going to be at the Collingham, I keep getting the name mixed up, forgive me. You want to say that you got the right name? Collingham apartment complex with a grant from AT&T. And so what we were able to do not only is to go in there and put a computer center in there, and we also put a Wi-Fi park there so people can sit outside and have access to the internet with their tablets and phones and laptop computers. But we want to have some strong activities there. So it doesn't do any good to have a nice computer center there and no activities. Or good activities. So of course we have our Read by 5 initiative where kids learn how to read and write by 5 with their mothers, and a lot of the apartment complexes we're in have a lot of immigrants, so they're trying to learn how to read and write also. So the program works with them. But what our weakness was having somebody there constantly who can make sure the programs are going and activities are going strong. And so when AT&T gave us funding, we said that the first thing we need to do is get somebody in there that's going to be in there all the time, bringing in activities. And so we found Ashley, a single mother, and so we wanted to do two things. Not only did we want to bring in somebody who could do these activities, but also give them a second chance in terms of, hey, we're going to give you a chance to come in and do some great things. And so we were able to come in with Ashley and give her an apartment complex for a year working with us, but also give her, Dr. Mills and I, we went and took her to get furniture and everything. So Ashley, real quick, tell us the transformation from the last 6 months in terms of what you feel before we talk about the activities and things you're going to be doing in terms of your life because you helped us come up with the concept of helping a single mother and stuff like that. So go ahead.
Okay, well, hi everybody. Again, I'm Ashley. I am the activity coordinator for Bridging the Digital Divide. And 6 months ago, I was a single mother. I was getting
still a single mother.
Well, yeah, I mean, sorry. I was 6 months ago, single mother, getting evicted out of my apartment. Going through the works, you guys, and I ran into Mr. Johnny here, actually being a notary. I was going to sign his documents, and I also have a business which is Girls Buy Houses too, and I signed his documents. We got a chance to talk a little bit about everything that I was doing, because I was trying to make it, y'all, with a job, have a business, and a 6-year-old son all by myself. And me and Mr. Johnny got a chance to talk about everything that was going on in my life. And we went from me just being his notary to I actually had an event for Girls Buy Houses too that I showed him. And we do events for people to give back to the community, just education about real estate and financing and all of that, right? And we just kind of went from there. So once I showed him that, he told me about Bridging the Digital Divide and everything that they did with the computer centers, with the kids and the Computer Olympics and all of that. And I was 100% on board because like I said, I have a 6-year-old son. It's time for him to learn how to read. I was having trouble myself trying to get him into the books, right? To focus on reading, actually, because he's a YouTube kid. He likes to, play on YouTube and stuff all day, right? The TikTok, he's one of those kids. So we got a chance to talk about that. I came to the George Floyd event, right?
Yes, on the 25th of May when we did a grand opening for the George Floyd lab.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
I
don't want to say anniversary, but we were celebrating the 1 year.
1 year.
The thing is, so we did the CUNY Homes, we did that Wi-Fi park there, and so we were teaming up with Trade the Truth, and the city of Houston, and we opened the lab up, and that was the first event because you recruited your whole group.
Yeah.
So not only do we have, so we had a whole team. Your whole team came with us and joined our initiative, basically.
Right. Yes. It's because we were 100% behind exactly what you guys were doing. We're Bridging the Digital Divide was doing the Read by 5 initiative to make sure that the kids were reading and make sure that they understood what they were doing, right, and that they're going to be successful, in their journey, growing and development, right? So we were 100% on board. I'm a business person, y'all. So I like to see growth. I like to see expansion, and I wanted to help. So I'm like, hey, if y'all have an event, we're going to show up. We're going to support it. So people need to know about what it is that BDD does. And I've been on board ever since, and it's grown from me showing up to events to working for them. I have
working with us,
working
not
with
for us,
yes,
because you're working for you and your child.
Yes, right. And working with them, and I have an apartment for free for a whole year.
Well, you're working for it.
Well, I'm working for it, but it feels free, right? It feels free because
first started out talking about how AT&T gave us the funding to put a lab at the Collinsham apartment complex, and we were able to use some of that funding to hire Ashley as an activity coordinator, because we've been putting all these nice computer centers in apartment complexes. And it's good to put all this great equipment in there and these Wi-Fi parks in there and all these things we're doing. But if you don't have any activities going on in those places, then basically they're just sitting there idle. So we needed somebody to come in who's going to bring activities there and have these kids doing ESL, GED, computer literacy, and getting feeding programs and stuff like that. So Ashley was a perfect choice. She was a single mother. We wanted to help. She has a young son. And she has a skill set and personality. So, and she's hustling. So we said, let's give a single mother a second chance. And so we gave her an apartment complex for a year, but we did not give it to her because she's working for it. And we also helped her get furniture apartment, and she talked about that. And she talked about that earlier. So now we're just trying to make sure that for this next year down that she schedules activities there and hosts those activities. And makes a great opportunity for these kids. And also, she not only going to be doing it for Collinsham, we got another 20 plus apartment complexes that when she schedules something at Collinsham, then she's going to be doing those same activities are going to go to these other apartment complexes, and that's going to be the strength for the program. And so we're dependent on her a lot to do this. So what do you think about that, Ashley?
I think I'm ready. I'm excited. We've been waiting for a while now because we've been putting everything together for the past 3 or 4 months, right? But I am ready to put in the activities for the kids. We're going to be focusing on financial literacy, science, technology, even engineering as well.
Tell them about the ACC.
Yeah, we're going to do HCC programs. So we're going to be doing trade programs. We're going to do GED programs, high school diploma programs.
But ACC wants to come in and do the computer literacy immediately, so they're ready to do that. So you actually got some. I don't know if you got the dates yet, but you got at least you picked the apartment complexes.
We got the dates. We're November, December, shooting for November, December, like the first or second week.
But we have at these apartment complexes we have at least 10 computers, and we have the screens, the HDMI TVs connected to with the webcam, so we can do group learning through Zoom and things like that. So ACC and other we're trying to get TSU and others and of course the school districts to be able to come in there like when we do have pandemics where they can come and do group learning, and so the kids from high school or college can come there and do their classes right there instead of leaving the apartment complexes, and basically do online distant learning classes. And so that's the key that we want to provide. And so Ashley is going to come in and kind of direct those feeding food programs, after school programs, and make sure all that stuff is going on.
Absolutely. So it'd be food programs, the school programs, after school programs, adult education programs. We're also doing senior tech. We teach seniors how to get on Zoom, make email addresses, and use the internet.
And we do have a tablet through the FCC. Tell them about the. You want to tell them, or want me to tell them?
Yeah, I'll tell them.
Go ahead.
So yes, we are giving away free tablets to anyone that qualifies with government assistance, right? Or either college students or veterans as well, or low income. So if you qualify for government assistance, you're low income, you have Pell Grant, and that's it, right? You get a free.
For $10, it's not we always it's damn near free.
It's pretty much free. Like it's a $10 activation fee for the tablet, but it's an 8-inch tablet with free Wi-Fi
for 3 years.
For 3 years, yes. So we will be processing those to anyone that qualifies. When we have a QR code, we'll send you guys the link and everything, but we have a QR code where you can sign up. So,
and through our organization, we also give away computers and laptops for kids going off to college or high schoolers, and we also give away desktop computers for our Read by 5 program, where if we have a family of 3 or 4 kids or something, and they have some young kids, we have a curriculum on there that we put on the computer. So we give a desktop computer away. So we're kind of limited in that. We're not like the federal government because they put $5 billion to the tablet thing. But so they got unlimited amounts of tablets. But with our PCs, because we did have like a computer giveaway like on Juneteenth. We teamed with Trade the Truth, and we were at the what church were we at, Dr. Mills?
Fountain of Praise.
Thank you, Fountain of Praise. So we have Fountain of Praise. We were there with Trade the Truth and City Council member Martha Tatum. That was District K, and we gave away about 50 computers to single mothers and dads and everything. So we were able to give those computers away, but with the tablets, we're able to give away just like that because, we got an unlimited supply of those because the federal government is sponsoring that program. So if you know somebody that needs a tablet, then you definitely, because the school districts were giving out tablets to keep kids connected, but they were taking them back.
Right.
So but the tablets we give away, that's for them forever, and everything. So basically the same thing with the laptops and desktops we give away. That's, when we give the computers away, that's yours permanently. So so hopefully we'll get some sponsors who can help us give away a lot more of those PCs and desktops. But tablets are unlimited as long as you sign up and qualify, as Ashley said.
Website?
bddhouston.org. BDD Houston. We need to put that code. He just made me think about that. We need to put that QR code on our website.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We need to put that on there.
Anything else? Outreach. Various outreach.
Well, basically, what we do is community development in relationship to educational development. And we have a number of key partners, and one obviously is AT&T, and then another one is UPS, the City of Houston, in conjunction with the Harris County Department of Education, has been a faithful partner. And a lot of churches we partner with. We've worked with the Houston Baptist Ministers Association, and we have individual donors, you know, from organizations like TOC Engineering and, you know, Total Construction Engineering, et cetera, and so forth, you know, black-owned business firms. But Ashley, tell us just a little bit more about you and what it is you hope to accomplish while working with us, as well as the kind of image you want to project for young ladies like yourself.
Okay, well, my goals ultimately was to actually do outreach and make sure that our communities have the educational resources, the technology resources that we needed in order to succeed. Like for our younger kids to graduate, for them to learn how to read, for them to really honestly do anything, learn how to use those tablets, right? Because the way e-commerce is set up now, like kids can make money literally from YouTube. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. So I wanted to be able to put this resource in front of our community to show them how to use these resources and why we're doing it. So I think that we're going to reach a massive amount of people. I mean, like international literally is what I mean, because of the technology that we're able to bring in, right? So those were my goals, was to be able to touch as many people as possible if they were in Houston or if they were across the world somewhere in France. Like, that's what technology has been able to do for us. So that's part of the reason why I joined. Yeah.
Right. In outreach, I would like to say that we are looking for help. Just like we needed Ashley, we recruited her. Of course, we always need funding, but we also need partners. So Ashley, for example, Ashley's going to be doing ESL and recruiting people to do ESL, because if we got our mission is our goal is we're in 20 plus apartments right now, but we want to be in every apartment, and that's what I believe our Father in heaven is blessing us with. So it's going to happen that we're going to be in every apartment complex in the city of Houston, and we're going to need programming. So if we're doing ESL here, we're still going to need somebody to do ESL over here. If we're doing computer literacy over here, we're still going to need somebody. This group is not going to be able to do all the computer labs. You know, maybe do 3 or 4 labs, but they're not going to computer centers, but they're not going to be able to do the other ones. So we need people, organizations volunteering to go into these apartments. Especially if we're in Katy, if we got labs in Katy now, then we need organizations in Katy volunteering, because the ones in Pasadena ain't going to be able to drive over to Katy.
Right.
See, so we're saying, putting up, so what I'm saying is, if you got a program, you're a nonprofit, the labs we have are distant ready learning or virtual ready learning labs. That means we got webcams in there, we got a big TV in there with a webcam for group learning, so you can broadcast to those labs or they can broadcast back to you. So so if you got some programs that you want to do with kids or do here at apartment complexes or outreach to people, then make contact with us, bddhouston.org, and we'll provide more information. But yeah, we're looking for help and do this, because like I said, we if we're going to grow, we got to grow, not only putting more labs out there, but we got to grow with more partnerships and everything, sponsorships and stuff like that.
Well, Johnny, do you want to give a phone number where if someone is listening and they want to contact
713-240-3658. So you can reach me. That's my personal number, 713-240-3658. Send me a text or I would prefer a text. I don't want my phone ringing all day, but I'll return your call or email you. And then you got our site. You can go to our website, bddhouston.org, and you can get our contact information from there also, and check out our Computer Olympics.
Well, Ashley, anything else you want people to know about you and what you hope to do in the future before we end the show?
I guess I could tell y'all a little bit more about me and my efforts in the community. As y'all can see, this is Girls Buy Houses too. I have a real estate investing networking company where we basically partner with other real estate professional organizations, and we do community events where we give back and we give out educational resources, business resources, home ownership, credit resources, whatever it is, insurance, life insurance. We do everything. So I do want you guys to know that we have so many different resources available to you. And you also can contact me. It's 281-414-5848. Or go to my Instagram at GBHTHouston, where you'll be able to see all the different things that we do, and I promote that. So that's it.
Well, thank you for that information. And we've been listening and viewing and talking with the dynamic Johnny Moloch from Bridging the Digital Divide. And have a good day. God bless you.